Hello my dear students, as we have discussed earlier in capacitor 4, now in capacitor 5 we will discuss parallel plate capacitor with and without dielectric and the effect of distance between the plates, area of the plates on different factors like charge, voltage, electric field, capacitance of the capacitor, energy stored in the capacitor. Prior to that, I think you know, I will take the reference of this parallel plate capacitor in which you can consider two parallel plate, each of area A, separation between them D, if the space between them is filled with air, capacitance of that parallel plate capacitor is epsilon naught A upon D. This is the permittivity of the air medium. A is the area of the plate, D is the separation between the plate. Now, if you change this air medium by any other dielectric medium, rather than the air, then C capacitance becomes K times C0, means K is the dielectric constant of this dielectric, and capacitance increases, and given by formula epsilon A by D, epsilon 0 is replaced by epsilon, permittivity of the medium, which is dielectric constant time permittivity of air. We have explained this one in parallel plate capacitor. However, the conclusion is, in the parallel plate capacitor, if separation between them decreases, what happens? Capacitance increases. If area of the plate increases, so capacitance increases. If thickness decreases, the capacitance increases. If area increases, capacitance increases. And I have taken, and if you introduce the dielectric between the plates of the capacitor, then also capacitance increases. In these three cases, if you decrease the separation, capacitance increases. If you increase the area of the plate, capacitance increases. And if you change the air by any other dielectric whose dielectric constant is more than the air, then capacitance increases. Now these three cases I will consider for various important short questions. One, say field with dielectric, another D is decreased, A is increased. In all the three cases, capacitance of the capacitor increases. With this, what happens when battery when disconnected, and second is when battery still connected. This is the first case, when battery is disconnected after charging, and here case 2 I have considered battery still connected and during the charging process. Now what are the representation diagrammatically you see? When battery is disconnected, see this is the capacitor. Capacitor is charged by this means of battery. After charging is over, this is disconnected. So this is taken out, we can say. Now in this case, we will consider what happens to charge, voltage, electric field, capacitance and energy stored across the capacitor when a dielectric is introduced between the plates of the capacitor. The distance decreases, the plate area increases. Okay? And second we will consider when battery still connected. Battery still connected, you will introduce the dielectric, you will decrease the distance if you increase the area. So there are some different cases you can see in the tabular form, the very important table for any multiple choice questions for entrance examinations, also for any board examinations. See, now here what happens? First, I think I have already discussed. In each cases, I have considered three cases, 1, 2, 3, field with dielectric, distance decreases, area increases. In all cases, capacitance increases. Then we will see what happens to these factors. First, when battery is disconnected, after charging, the charge remains constant because there is an insulator between the plates of the capacitor that can never be disturbed, we can say. So that means charge remains constant. Since charge remains constant, what happens you can see here. First, the charge, this is unchanged, that will never change, whatever the change they may occur may be. Second, the voltage voltage potential difference. This is a V1, this is a V2, difference potential between V1 minus V2, potential difference V is equal to by formula Q by C, you know Q is equal to CB. So capacitance in almost 3 cases increases. So capacitance increases, V decreases. So V decreases, V decreases, V decreases, because in these 3 cases capacitance increases, this factor remains constant. Now electric field between the plates of the capacitor, electric field E vector, what happens? So electric field, here you see, there is a dielectric constant here. If you change the air by any other dielectric, then what happens? K increases. If K increases, then electric field decreases. And if electric field decreases, I have taken this formula into considerations for discussing this one. Now, if D decreased, there is no factor of D in this formula. In this formula, there is no factor of D. If D decreased, there will be no change, the unchanged. This is very important concept, remember. And when area increases, Q being constant, these two being constant, then electric field decreases. This is denominator increases, the numerator decreases, because area increases, E decreases. Capacitance in almost all cases increases, as you have already discussed. You are increasing the dielectric constant, C increases. If you decreasing the D, C increases. You are increasing A, C increases. Capacitance remains, increases in almost all cases I have considered first. Now, energy stored across the capacitor. Say, you are charging a capacitor. Now, some energy stored, you are having the formula half CB square, Q square by 2C. And also you are having Q square by 2C, half CB square, half Q with the 3 formulae we have derived energy in a capacitor. This formula I am taking into consideration because here Q is constant. This numerator is constant. Now, in almost 3 cases, capacitance increases. That's why energy in this case decreases. That means whenever the battery is removed, then almost all cases, if we introduce a dielectric, then the energy decreases, energy stored decreases. If you decrease the D, then energy stored decreases. If you increase A, also decreases, because in almost all cases, capacitance increases in these 3 cases. See what happens when battery is still connected. You are charging, the charging process continues, battery should not be disconnected. Now here battery is still connected. If battery is still connected, these two are in parallel. That's why voltage remains constant in parallel branches. House wirings are parallel. Voltage remains same in parallel. Charge or current remains in series. Since voltage or potential difference remains same in parallel and these two are in parallel, so this voltage across this remains all the times constant. That's why this is the important concept in this case. What happens? To charge, this formula should be adopted CV. Now, in almost all cases, C increases, V is constant here. So, C increases when dielectric is filled, C increases when D decreased, C increases when A increased. That's why since C increases, all the 3 factors increases. What happens to voltage? And voltage in this case remains constant, voltage remains unchanged as charge remains unchanged in this case. Now, what happens to the electric field? This is a very important concept. You should remember this one also. Say electric field, that is the electric field when plus to minus. Electric field is V by D. This formula should be adopted in this case. V remains constant, this factor remains constant. Then, here you see, there is no factor in this right hand side relating dielectrics. That's why the electric field remains unchanged. When field with dielectric, when battery is connected. But when battery is disconnected and dielectrics are introduced, what happens? You can say this decreases. But here it remains unchanged. Remember this fact for MCQ questions of very entrance examination and very conceptual. Now what happens? Here the D decreases, E increases. The area factor, there is no area factor in the right hand side, that side remains unchanged. Now capacitance in almost all these three cases, capacitance increases, as in this case. Capacitance increases when K increases, capacitance increases when A increases, capacitance increases when D decreases. Now what happens to energy stored across actually? Now initially say, here there are no dielectrics. Now you are applying V, charge is Q, C, and energy stored is half CV square. Because V remaining constant here, you see. Here V is constant, and if we introduce the dielectric between the plates of the capacitor, capacitance increases. That's why this energy increases. You see here decreases. Now here when D decreases, capacitance increases. So obviously this energy increases, and in this case A increases, capacitance increases, this increases. In almost all three cases, capacitance increases, voltage remaining constant. These three factors are increased. So I think the appropriate formula should be considered. Again I am telling, this formula is considered in this case because when battery is disconnected, charge remains constant, voltage does not remain constant, charge remains constant. Charge remains as it is. So that charge remains constant, so it affects with the effect of capacitance only. And here I have taken this formula because when battery is still connected, across the capacitor, then voltage remains same. Voltage remains same in parallel branches. That's why voltage across the capacitor is equal to the applied voltage in this case. That's why since voltage remains constant, we can say if capacitance increases, energy increases. You can see the differences in this table. So this is a very important concept. That's why I am explaining this one for various conceptual and short questions in various examinations as well as some entrance examinations and also in board examinations. Okay. With this idea, you can take the pause and you can write also this table. Also you will get in the material in my website. So however, before completing this one and before going to the series and parallel combinations of capacitors with and without dielectrics and dielectric slabs placed partially or totally, or the arrangement of capacitor in different fashions, will explain in capacitor class number 6 and 7. So before that, we are having some important questions. Some of the students have asked the questions also, and also very tricky questions. And let me write the questions. You should try to answer this. If not, I will answer these questions. Now I am removing this one. You can take a pause. You can write this table for getting short questions in the different examinations. Question is, I think you know the potential difference. I want to explain some important question after the capacitor. Though you have asked the questions in electrostatics, you have asked the questions in potential, some of the students have asked the questions. I am answering these questions here because I will take the help of capacitance formula to explain that one. And that is a very important short questions. I am writing the questions. You try to tell the answers. Think yourself, or I will answer it. My question is, can there be any potential difference sometimes we write PD, voltage. Voltage is a very common name. Potential difference is the real name. Potential difference between two adjacent, very close adjacent conductors. Size is not specified. Adjacent conductors carrying the same charge. Same charge means if one is 10 coulomb, another is also 10 coulomb. carrying same charge. Now here question is, can there be any potential difference between two adjacent conductors carrying the same charge? That means, you see, whenever we are specifying some points, say in the electric field, say this is the point 1 and this is a point 2 inside the electric field, and these 2 points are inside the electric field. Now if potential here is V1, potential is V2, and you are telling that potential difference is V1, potential difference V1 to you are writing V1 versus V2, not minus, because higher potential minus lower potential. I do not know which potential is higher. Strength, potential means strength inside the electric field. Now, if you consider the example, say, example, one potential is 10 volt, another potential is 5 volt. You are having the potential difference. This is plus, both are plus, still then there is a potential difference. And here you can say, you are taking the battery example, you are taking the cell like this, cell. This is plus and minus, plus 10 volt, minus 10 volt. There is a potential difference. I am specifying the potential difference because you know from electrostatics, whenever there is a potential difference between 2 points, one charge can move from higher potential or lower potential to higher potential. Okay, again you see. Now, however, whenever there is a potential difference, then charge can flow from one point to another. Charge can flow from one potential to another potential, as I have discussed in the last class, the common potential, till both the body attains the same potential. If there will be same potential, we can say there will be no flow of charge. But here question is, can there be any potential? In this case, potential difference are there. It may be plus, there is a difference. It may be minus, it may be a plus, there is a potential difference. And here a higher potential or lower potential represent battery, there is a potential difference. But here is a peculiar question. Can there be any potential difference between two adjacent conductors carrying the same charge? Who can say? Same charge. Same charge are there. How can charge will flow? If charge will never flow, then we can say there is no potential difference. But remember, here answer you should tick mark as S. When, now if sizes of conductors are different. If you will be asked a question in your board exam, can there be any potential difference between two adjacent conductors carrying the same charge? Tell the answer is yes. If sizes of the conductor are different. If sizes of the conductors will be different, what happens? If sizes will be different, for an example, this is one larger size, this is one smaller size. Here say plus Q, here say plus Q. You will ask a question, is there any potential difference? You should tell no. The answer is yes. Why? Because you have read Q is equal to CV. You have read a formula, Q is equal to CV. That's a V equal to Q by C. Here you see, Q remains constant in both the cases. Q remains constant, but capacitance of a larger size conductor is more than the capacitance of a smaller size conductor. Do you know this one? I think you know, because you have read a formula for a spherical conductor placed in AR. Capacitance is 4 pi epsilon 0 R. So capacitance proportional to R. 4 pi epsilon 0 constant, surrounding of the AR, that's epsilon naught. If surrounding in any other medium, you can make it epsilon. So that capacitance proportional to R means larger size conductor has larger capacitance, a very common sense. That's why, though they are having same charge, accommodation of charge being same, this larger size conductor See, larger size conductor has more capacitance. This is a 1, this is a 2, and this capacitance C1, capacitance C2, definitely C1 greater than C2. Having same charge, if C will be greater, then V will be less. That's why V1 will be less than V2. Larger the capacitance, smaller is the potential if charge remains constant. Question is given, two bodies are having the same charge. If the bodies will be different in size, then capacitance will be different. If capacitance will be different, then potential will be different. If potential will be different, then there exists a potential difference, though both the bodies are having the same potential. That's a very important conceptual questions. I hope you are able to follow this one, and there are plenty of short questions and concepts also are there. If possible, we will discuss in the last class in the capacitor, but in the next we will go for combinations of capacitors, series and parallel, mixed grouping, with dielectric, without dielectric, and various aspects in various tricks by which we can solve the capacitance in series and in parallel, which is a very important case in this chapter also in capacitor. Thank you. We will see in the capacitor number 6.